So, pick me Maria, Mammy Maria got close to Jackie Christie, and she got closer and preyed on her two daughters. See, what happened was she came in as if she was so concerned and she was the righteous Ruth and she wanted to, you know, try to get an acquaintance with her daughter Chantel. But as we look further into it, we see that this entire time, Pick Me Maria was just using Chantel as a target to weaponize her daughter against Jackie Christie. See, she preyed on Jackie and her daughter Chantel because she knew that she had to sniff out the dysfunction. She had to see if there was trauma. She had to see if there was any type of friction between the mother and the daughter. Well, just so happened Jackie Christie has an estranged relationship with her daughter Takari, and now she definitely has an estranged relationship with her daughter Chantel. So, as we see throughout the seasons, we see that Evelyn, Miss Pick Me Maria, and Mammy Maria, she became the nemesis that came in as a wolf in sheep clothing, and she used her daughters to weaponize against Jackie Christie to extort her trauma later down the line. See, when you're dealing with a snake, you have to understand they come in as a wolf in sheep clothing as if they're the righteous Judith or the righteous Ruth or the righteous Esther when they really are the Jezebel. So she had to use a child or someone close to the bloodline, a loved one that they use to try to do damage, try to cause pain and inflict pain and hurt on you. See, I know these kind of females very well. But what you got to do with them is you got to keep them at bay. Don't even have them around you or your loved ones. They always want to know what's going on with your loved ones, going on with your family. Like, what is going on with your life? What's going on with your family? How is your children doing? What is going on with your personal life? Are you going through domestic violence? Are you cheating on your spouse or your husband or your boyfriend? Or are you getting cheated on? It's the kind of question you got to ask them in order for them to get at bay and understand that they are overstepping their boundaries. See, if you don't show them the door or you don't tell them their boundaries or let them know that you are aware of their intentions, they're going to come to the village and poison your village. And then you're going to have to cut that snake off at the head. So she used Jackie Christie's daughters against her, especially Chantel. Chantel came on the show this season. She was very disrespectful, out of order, out of character, you know, going to her cast members. They were acting like they were, you know, supporting her, but they were really the flying monkeys of Jackie Christie. She was one of those other individuals that weaponized her daughters against her. She did it for her own vengeance and her own betrayal and her own jealousy and her own envy. And, you know, Jackie Christie got fed up in this episode, and Chantel tried her luck for the last time. And she provoked the attack, and let's just say, Jackie Christie was provoked to wrath. So you don't provoke your parent or a loved one to wrath, because at some point they become depleted and they might strike back. So understand, when you got women that come in your circle and they act like they so concerned and they want to know about, you know, your personal life and your business, is only because they want to store all of that information and they want to collect it, and they're going to store that information. And what they do is they turn around and they're going to weaponize this against you later down the line and extort your trauma. So be mindful when you see a Pick Me Maria and a Mammy Maria like this, okay? I'm pretty sure you've had these kind of individuals in your life, and if you ever come across that, understand what you're up to, what you're up for, because this will be a declared war against two different spirits. That one that becomes the wolf of sheep clothing, but really is the snake and the Jezebel behind the mask. So understand that let's all mind our business about our own family members and our loved ones, and He who was without sin cast the very first stone. Only God can judge Jackie Christie. And whatever she did in her past, I'm pretty sure she had to fight and for survival for whatever she was dealing with in her time and of her era. But like I said, you gotta pick me Maria. I'm Maddie Maria. Be careful about people like that, because I've had people like that in my life too, and I had to like get them out of my life real quickly, because I already knew their intentions was coming to try to harm, do damage, seek vengeance and revenge, because of the envious and jealousy of that spirit that comes along attached with the crafty and clever conversation that they want to bring up. They always want to be in your business. They want to go right into your business. They want to know what's going on with your family, and they just want to go right into it. And it's like, it's really none of your business. But this is how they want to make a connection to you. They want to get close to the bloodline, to weaponize that against you, to hurt you in the end and extort your trauma. So recognize the poison when it's in your village, and pay attention to the fire when it's burning. And remember, do not provoke people to wrath. Keep coming back, more to be revealed.